Hello and welcome back to another video on a record fight and to NXT Takeover War Games out of 10. So that's right, we've got another War Games extravaganza, 2 matches. Can't wait for them. The women's and the men's match should be absolutely class, so let's get straight into it. We did start off with Team Shotzi versus Team Candice. The first competitors to enter the ring was Dakota Kai and Ember Moon. The two did a bit of technical wrestling to start off before Ember was on top early on, bringing Shotzi in, and they quickly beat each other up. Shotzi brought a few weapons in before Raquel Gonzalez came in and absolutely demolished Moon and Blackheart, giving them the advantage, and it just kept on going like this when a new person entered. It looked like they were all in, but no, Io Shirai was attacked by Indy Hartwell, surprise, surprise, and then she did this amazing spot where she jumped from the top of the cage with a pin over her head. Yeah, just absolutely incredible. And then the toolbox that Shotzi brought in was opened and they were used to batter each other. It looked like Team Io and Team Shotzi were comfortably going to win. But no, eventually Team Candice got on top and managed to powerbomb Shirai through a ladder. That was Raquel Gonzalez. That could have huge meanings for the NXT Women's Championship. Yeah, just a great match. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Great match to start off the show. Next up on NXT, Tommaso Ciampa took on Timothy Thatcher. It was really technical to start off, as you expect between these two things. Timothy brought Tommaso to the mat, and he was on top for early on before the NXT veteran used his technical prowess to get on top. And he took Thatcher to the top rope, looking for a sky-high suplex, and Thatcher couldn't block it, allowing Ciampa to get right on top. As Ciampa set up for a Widow's Bell, Thatcher yanked his arm through the ropes again, damaging his neck, allowing him to get on top. Thatcher escaped the ropes. He found himself right in line for the Widow's Bell to get the win. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Really nice technical match, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a strap match between Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes. Grimes took his own strap in and, did his whole little thing before Lumis blindsided him, and he was in control for pretty much all of it, forcing him over the barricade and stuff like that, before Grimes managed to get on top for a short while, and it looked like Lumis was out before Lumis, came out of nowhere, and Lumis locked in the silence for a pretty easy win. I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10. Was it the finest strap match I've ever seen? No. Am I pleased this feud was over? Yes. Was it as bad as it could have been? No. So I suppose it's fairly okay. Karrion Kross's return was teased, yes please, before we got Leon Ruff versus Johnny Gargano versus Damian Priest. Priest was immediately sent to the floor so Gargano could concentrate on Ruff. Ruff actually got on top for a little bit before Gargano set up for a DIY superkick, only to be pulled to the floor by Damian Priest. Priest continued to batter Gargano, and while Liam Ruff was stood in the ring, going fairly unnoticed, Gargano and Priest continued to fight before Ruff eventually got in. Gargano locked in the Gargano escape before Priest broke it up, and then out of nowhere, the little ghosty ghoulie came in and interrupted again to give the help to Gargano, who spiked Ruff with one final beat to become a 3-time NXT North American champion. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see Gargano and Austin Theory. Yeah, they're going to be a great pair, I think. Really good to see Austin Theory getting a push as well. I love him. I think he's great. So yeah, this was really positive. Main event is the Undisputed Era versus the Kings of NXT. Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne kicked off the match. The Bruiserweight looked to snap the fingers of O'Reilly, but O'Reilly did get on top for a little bit before all of McAfee's lads came in. Lorcan came in first, then Bobby Fish. And we just continued to get the traditional war games as they all came in. Yeah, just beat the other team up before the next one came in. But then, when everyone got in the ring, Pat locked in a finger four on Cole, and it looked like he was going to close in the victory before it was countered. Every man fell off the top, including a sky neck breaker from Coulter, which was just absolutely insane. Lots of really heavy starts. Before O'Reilly finally ended the match when he hit a springboard knee drop on Lorcan, who had a chair across his face, meaning the Undisputed Era was victorious. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. This was really great. However, I don't think it was quite as good as the women's game, but I thoroughly enjoyed it still. Well, NXT War Games gets a 7.5 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a really, really strong show. I love the women's War Game match. That's definitely match of the night. I don't think there was really an awful match on there. Even Loomis vs Grimes wasn't too bad. So yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good show from NXT, and probably exceeded my expectations slightly too. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. That is it for this video today. Bloody hell. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow me on Twitter for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channels on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.